Good morning students, let's see the continuity of boron and its compounds. Boron family. Today we are going to discuss about boron. Symbol of boron is B. Am I right? Atomic number of boron 5. It consists 5 electrons. Okay. Electronic configuration of boron is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Am I right? So this is the first cell. The name of the cell is K. This is the nucleus of boron. And second cell is L. K, L. Here N is equals to 1 orbit number. Here N is equals to orbit, second orbit. First orbit, second orbit. So these 2 electrons in 1s2 and 2s2, 2p1. 2 means second orbit. Name of the orbit is L, K, L. So this last cell is called as valency cell. What we call it is valency cell, or outermost cell, or we call it is orbit also. So now number of valence electrons in the 2s we have 2 electrons, and in the p it has 1 electron, totally 3. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. The electrons which are present in valency cell is called as valency electrons. Clear? Number of valency electrons in boron is 3, 2s to 2p1. Okay, the electrons which are present in outermost cell. Okay, clear ma? And boron is a non-metal. Boron is a non-metal. Remember this. Boron does not exist free in state. Boron does not exist free in nature. That means it does not exist as boron in the atmosphere, as a single boron in the atmosphere. It does not exist as boron, but it exists as in the compounds form. It combined with another compounds. Okay, so boron does not exist as freely in atmosphere, but it is combines with another atoms as compounds. Okay, so boron does not exist freely in nature. But it is available in combined state as salt of boric acid. Salt of boric acid. For example, B2O3, boric anhydride, boron is there. Other boric acid H3BO3. So boron does not exist freely in nature, but it is in the combined state. That means it is interactive with another elements, another atoms. It can make as compounds. So suppose the B2O3 In that boron is there or not? Yes. B2O3 is one of the compound of boron. Okay. So boron individually does not exist in nature. Remember this. Okay. And some of the important sources of boron or minerals of boron qualities. This is important for your preparation. Important minerals of boron. That means where it is mostly available, in which source it is available. Okay, that is the point here. In that, the very important one, this one is borax. Borax, or we call it is Suhaga, or another name Tinkal, both are same. Or also we call it sodium tetraborate. Sodium tetraborate, or are same. Okay. The formula of borax is Na2B4O7.10H2O. Here 10 moles of water is there. 10 moles of water. So without water, it is called N-hydrated borax. Absence of water is called here N-hydrated borax. In presence of water, that is 10 moles of water is there, that is called hydrated borax. Simply borax formula Na2B4O7. Here 10 moles of water is there, so hydrated borax. Okay. Kernite or rasorite. It is one of the sources of boron. The formula is Na2B4O7.4H2O. Okay, so this one is also important. And third sources is colamanite, important one. Colamanite. What is colamanite? Ca2B6O11 5H2O. Ca2B6O11 5H2O is called as colamanite. And panderanite, okay, Ca2B6O11 3H2O. It is also a source of boron. Panderanite. And the next one is boracite. This is the formula for boracite. 2 moles of Mg3B8O15 MgCl2, magnesium chloride. Okay. Here we are discussing about only boron and its compounds. And next one is boronitrocalcite. Okay, this is boronitrocalcite formula. This is also one of the source for boron. And the seventh one is, this is important, boric acid or also we call it is orthoboric acid. Okay students? Orthoboric acid. What is the formula? H3BO3. Okay, and also we can write this BOH taken thrice. Okay, remember this. It is called as monobasic acid. Why it is monobasic acid? It releases only one H plus, so it is called as monobasic acid. Okay, it is a weak acid. Weak acid. Already we discussed about this topic also. Important bit. Orthoboric acid. Okay, we have to learn about this. Boron is there or not? So boron does not exist freely, but it is exist as combined form in this type of compounds. Okay, orthoboric acid. Okay, so it is present. It is present in the jets of steam steams called Saffioni present in the ground volcanic means, so volcanoes, so mostly in Italy we available this type of volcanoes. So there is some stream is available from that, released from that volcano, that is called as here Saffioni, and volcano in the region of Tuscany. Tuscany means it is one of the area in Italy in that there is most possibility of volcanoes. Okay, they released smoke like steam, in that this orthoboric acid is available. Okay, here jets of steam means like smoke released from the volcanoes which are present in the Tuscany. It is one of the area in Italy country. Okay, remember this. So that steam is called as a Saffioni. Okay, remember this. Here orthoboric acid is one of the sources for boron. Okay, remember this. So these are the important sources for boron or minerals of boron. And next one is physical properties of boron. Physical properties of boron. Okay, you know very well boron is a non-metal. Am I right? It shows allotropy. Allotropy means the same element exists in different physical form. Same element exists in different physical state. Different physical state is called as allotropy. So boron shows two types of allotropies. One is crystalline allotropy. Another one is amorphous allotropy of So boron available crystalline from amorphous form also. Amorphous means like powder, crystalline means like NaCl, sodium chloride. Okay, crystalline. So these type of boron is very hard, and it is black in color, and chemically inert. That means not interested to participate in chemical reaction with others. Chemically not interested to react with others. So that phenomena is called as inert, means not willing to react with others. Simply less reactive. Okay, less reactive. Amorphous form of boron is called as here. It is brown in color. Brown color. And chemically active. Okay. Chemically active, that means easily participate in chemical reactions. Okay, and see next one. In that physical property, it has high melting point. So what is meant by melting point here? Solid converted as liquid at a particular temperature. This is called delta. Delta means heating. The temperature at a particular temperature. The temperature at which solid converted as liquid, that temperature is called as melting point. The temperature, now it is solid, so we go for heating, it converted as liquid at a particular temperature. The temperature at which, this is called delta, heating. The temperature at which solid converted as liquid, that phenomena is called as melting point. So boron has high melting point, that is nearly 2300 degrees Celsius. So at 2000 degrees Celsius, boron undergoes as liquid, that is called as melting point. And boron, it has high boiling point. Boiling point means boiling point has liquids. Liquid converted as vapors or gases by the heating at a particular temperature. The temperature at which liquid converted as vapor is called as boiling point. So the boiling point is 2550 degrees Celsius for boron. Okay. So it is difficult to fuse. Fusing means melting or semi-solid, somewhat liquid, somewhat solid. Okay, that is called as fusing here, or fused. Remember this. So it is difficult to fuse. Why? Because it has polymer-like structures, very difficult structure for boron. Okay, so very big like structure, that is polymeric structure, already we discussed initially. So very difficult to melt the boron. So it is difficult to fuse means melting, very difficult to, that means high temperature required to melting, nearly 2300 degrees Celsius. Okay, so boron is a bad heat and electrical conductor at ordinary temperature. That means it is very bad conductor. That means it is not interested to allow the electricity and heat them. Okay, remember this, bad conductor of heat and electricity. But at high temperature, it acts as semiconductor. Semiconductor means mildly it allows the electricity. A few quantity of current is allowed them, thus then it is called as semiconductor. At high temperature, if you can heat the boron and it undergoes fusing, in that state it allows some quantity of current. It increases its conductance by heating. Remember this. Okay, that is called as semiconductors. Clear mark to? These are some of the important physical properties of boron. In that 13th group elements, the major important elements boron and aluminium. Still, yesterday we discussed about boron and aluminium and their diagonal relationship. Okay, some of the important concepts for boron and aluminium. And again now specially we discuss about boron and aluminium and what is boron here and what type of compounds here we have. Okay, already we discussed about diborane. Okay, and hydrates of boron. So those are belongs to this classification. And boron nitrides, inorganic graphite. Again we discussed about specially their preparation and chemical reaction. Okay, and chemical reactions of boron. Chemical reactions of boron or chemical properties of boron. How boron interact with others. Okay. So let's see. That means boron when interact with atmosphere oxygen at high temperature nearly 700 degrees Celsius. Okay. It gives boric anhydride or boron oxide B2O3. Okay. Balance this equation. Here it is 3 oxygen, here 2. It is 3. 3 2 ja 6 oxygen. Here 2 3 ja 6 oxygen. 2 2 ja 4 borons. And here how many borons here we have? Only one. So 4 boron. So what is the name of this one? Boron oxide or boric anhydride. Boric anhydride we call it is. Okay. So here it is amorphous boron, like powder, amorphous. Okay, at high temperature we heat. Reddish flame color is observed. That means at high temperature the boron color is appeared reddish color. Reddish color flame is generated. Still up to we heating this boron in presence of atmosphere oxygen, it produces boric anhydride. So this is the chemical reaction of boron here. How boron interact with oxygen. So in the atmosphere mostly nitrogen is also present, am I right? Suppose boron interact with nitrogen at high temperature, that is nearly 700 degrees Celsius. It gives boron nitride. Okay, and here balance this here. How many nitrogens here we have? 2. So keep how many borons here we have? 2 borons. Okay, same temperature. It is also amorphous state. Amorphous and reddish flame is generated. Okay, boron nitride. It is boron nitride. Okay, we call it is inorganic graphite, important one. Inorganic graphite. Okay. And boron interaction with water, with vapor, steam. Okay. So it produces red hot boron. Red hot means heat the boron at high temperature or with high temperature steam, vapor like. Steam means vapor like. Okay. So it produces boric anhydride and hydrogen gas is liberated. Important one. And balance this one. 3 oxygen, 2 boron, 6 hydrogens and 6 hydrogens. Okay. It is interaction with water vapor at high temperature. Red hot means at high temperature. Okay. Boron can interact with oxidizing acids, that is concentrated acids. Okay, is it clear, ma? Will you able to see this? 3H2. Okay. Boron can interact with oxidizing concentrated acids like nitric acid HNO3 and sulfuric acid, which is called concentration. Both are highly concentrated here. So we call it as oxidizing acids. Oxidizing acids means these two acids consist of oxygen, am I right? They can provide oxygen to other compounds. Remember this. Why it is called as oxidizing agents and oxidizing acids? These two acids, nitric acid and concentrated H2SO4, having here clearly oxygen. They can able to donate oxygen. Okay, oxidizing agents. We call it as oxidizing agent. Why? Because these consist of oxygen atoms. You know, in HNO3 we have 3 oxygen, and H2SO4 sulfuric acid we have 4 oxygen. Okay. So now the reactions are, when boron interact with concentrated nitric acid, it produces orthoboric acid and nitrogen dioxide gas. Okay, here it is 3 moles. Okay, balance this equation. Here 3 nitrogens, okay, 3 hydrogens clear, 3 3 are 9 oxygens, here 3 2 are 6, 9 oxygens, and boron 1, clear ma, up to 1 boron here, 1 boron. And what about hydrogens? 3 hydrogens, 3 3 are 9 oxygens, here 3 oxygen, and 3 2 are 6, 9 oxygen, 3 nitrogens. So orthoboric acid is generated. Orthoboric acid. Okay, this is called as oxidizing acid. Concentrated we must add. Okay, and what about concentrated H2SO4 sulfuric acid? Okay, it gives again same compound, orthoboric acid and sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, so it is also oxidizing acid. Why? It consists acid. Okay, so boron unwilling to react with dilute HCl, which is called here non-oxidizing acid. Clear? Why? Because there is no oxygen here. Clear up to non-oxidizing acid. So let's react with this. But with concentration it can able to react. And furtherly, and boron interact with sodium hydroxide, which is called base, am I right? And we call it is alkali. Clear students? Base or alkali both are same. It gives sodium borate and H2 hydrogen gas. Okay. What we call it is sodium borate. Clear? And what about boron can able to interact with metals like magnesium? It gives borides. Magnesium boride. Okay. What is the oxidation state of boron here? -3. Generally it shows +3. Remember this. So 2 borons here, 3 magnesium. So boron can able to interact with metal. It shows boron is a non-metal here. It is a non-metal. Remember this. Okay. Boron is a good reducing agent. Remember this. Reducing agent means boron remove the oxygen from the compounds. Okay, it remove the oxygen from the compounds. So let's see why it is called reducing agent. Here boron is a good reducing agent, means it can remove the oxygen from the compounds. Let's see the corresponding equation. This is the boron. When interact with carbon dioxide, it gives boric anhydrides and carbon. Okay, balance this equation. Okay, here 3 2 ja 6 oxygen, here 2 3 ja 6 oxygen, 2 2 ja 4, that means it is 4. How many carbons? Say 3 carbons, 3 carbons. Okay, 4 borons, 3 to 6 oxygen, 3 carbons. Okay, so if you observe here it is the reducing agent. Reducing agent. Why it is reducing agent? Here if you observe here, this carbon consists to oxygen, but here there is no oxygen. Compare these two. Okay, here carbon consists to oxygen atoms. This boron remove the oxygen from the carbon dioxide. Am I right? There is no oxygen. That means CO2 lost the oxygen and to become carbon. Loss of oxygen takes place. Am I right? Loss of oxygen takes place. Am I right? So CO2 undergoes reduction. Reduction means loss of oxygen, and we call it CO2 is reduced, and also reduced means loss of oxygen. Reduction means loss of oxygen. So this boron remove the oxygen from carbon dioxide. So from CO to C, what happened? Reduction reaction takes place. Reduction. So why CO2 undergoes reduction? Is it clear, students? Boron remove the oxygen from carbon dioxide. That phenomena is called as reduction. Okay. So CO2C is called as reduction. Why CO2 lose the oxygen and it converted as carbon. Okay. So how it is undergoes reduction here? By the help of boron. So here boron is called as reducing agent, means boron helps to reduction. Reduction of CO2 as carbon. Those helps to reduction is called as reducing agent. Okay. Here, but what about boron? Boron gain the oxygen. Am I right? Boron reducing agent, but boron gain the oxygen and it undergoes oxidation. Oxidation means here gain of oxygen. Boron gain the oxygen. Compare these two. Boron gain the oxygen from boron, so it is called as oxidation. Boron undergoes oxidized. Oxidation means gaining of oxygen. Boron to B2O3, boron gain the oxygen from carbon dioxide. Clear? So it undergoes oxidation, and that phenomenon is called oxidation. And boron is a good reducing agent. Why it is remove the oxygen from carbon dioxide? Okay, that means boron helps to the reduction of carbon dioxide. Clear? So write down very carefully. Is there any doubt? Ask me. Okay. Reducing agent means it helps to remove the oxygen from the compounds. Itself it undergoes oxidation. Boron gain oxygen, so it is called oxidation. It undergoes oxidation. Okay. Here CO2 undergoes reduced. Remember this. The same reaction we can also observe in the case of silicon dioxide. This is the boron and interact with the silicon dioxide. It produces silicon and B2O3. Clear? This is 2 and this is 4 borons and this is 3. Okay. Here silicon dioxide, this object, silicon dioxide lose the oxygen. That means this reaction is called as reduction. Am I right? Reduction. Here B gain the oxygen from silicon dioxide. That means it is called as oxidation. Oxidation. Am I right? Oxidation. Here boron is oxidized by the gaining of oxygen from silver dioxide, silicon dioxide. So here silicon dioxide is reduced. Reduced means by the loss of oxygen as silicon. It is gain the oxygen from this one become B2O3. So here this is called as reducing agent. Why it is called reducing agent? It remove the oxygen from silicon because boron remove the oxygen from SiO2. Then SiO2 undergoes reduction as silicon. Okay, but boron gain the oxygen from SiO2. It undergoes oxidation or oxidized. Clear, students, up to? Okay, important one. So boron acts as the reducing agent. Why? It is easily remove the oxygen from other compounds. Then other compound undergoes reduction. Boron undergoes oxidized by gaining of oxygen. So remember that. Okay. And boron interact with carbon, it gives boron carbides, very strong material. Already we discussed about this also. And 4 borons, boron carbide, very strong and covalent molecule it is. Okay, so which is non-metal. Here it is boron can able to interact with non-metals also. Here also it is non-metal. Okay, clear? And boron can interact with sulfur, which is called non-metal. Sulfur is a non-metals. Here it is also non-metal. Remember this. Clear, ma? It gives sulfide compounds B2S3. B2S3. 2 borons, 3 sulfurs. Okay. It is very strong, you know. So that is very strong. We can prepare this boron carbide. It is used as for making of bulletproof vest. That means like bulletproof jacket to prevent the intensity of bullet. Okay, for safety purpose. Okay, remember these are the chemical reactions of boron. And next, uses of boron here. Okay, so let's see one of the important uses here. We have the bit from this concept also. So now it used as catalytic agent. Catalytic agent means in the sum of the important reaction we add boron, it alter the rate of the reaction. Alter the rate of the reaction means it decrease the rate of the reaction or increase the rate of the reaction. That means speed up the rate of the reaction. Suppose rate of reaction means with how much speed the reaction takes place. Increase the rate of the reaction means it speed up the rate of the reaction. Speed of reaction. Decrease the rate of the reaction is very slow. Clear, mark to? So boron act as catalytic agent. Catalytic means catalyst is a substance which increase or decrease the rate of the reaction, which speed up the reaction or slow down the reaction. Okay, here catalyst is a substance which increase or decrease the rate of the reaction. So here boron is decrease or control the speed of the reaction. Let's see. Boron used as deoxidizer in the casting of So you know copper. In the preparation of copper, casting of copper means we can prepare the copper in the different shapes, like wires, like sheets. Okay. In that manner, okay, we can remove the oxygen from the copper compounds. That is called deoxidizer. Means remove the oxygen from the copper compounds. That is called deoxidizer. Remember this one. Okay. And next one is by using boron we can prepare boron steel rods. Boron steel rods. Boron steel rods. That's very strong. Boron steel rods are very strong. Okay. These boron steel rods are B4 boron carbides. Write this one first. Boron steel rods used as control rods. Control rods, remember this, very important. In the atomic reactors. So we have the reactors, atomic reactors. In that we can generate the electricity. In there neutrons are there in the atoms, you know, electrons, neutrons, protons. That neutrons are move with very speed. They have generate high heat, high electrical energy. So there may be chance to blast the reactor. Reactor means nothing but of a chamber. In that chamber there is reaction takes place, that is called atomic reactions. So where neutrons are generated, okay, that neutrons are very speedily moving and they generate high heat of electricity and high heat energy. That is very dangerous. To control the speed of the neutrons, okay, we use these boron rods as controllers to slow down the speed of the neutrons. Okay, so that is called atomic reactors. Reactor means it is nothing but of a chamber. By using some of the radioactive elements like thorium, uranium, okay, we can generate the electricity. In that neutrons are released. That neutrons having very highly reactive, they participate again and again in the chemical reactions. They produce number of neutrons. They have very high speed. To control that speed of neutrons, here we use boron steel rods. Okay, clear? And also boron steel rods. Boron steel rods and B4 boron carbide in the control of neutrons. For the control the neutron speed, we can use boron steel rods and boron carbide. Okay, boron has high cross section to absorb the neutrons. Boron easily absorbs the neutrons. Why? Because it has more space inside the boron. Due to the more space of boron, that is cross section here. Cross section means more space is available in the boron. It is easily catch the neutrons which are moving very speed. Okay. So due to absorbing in the neutrons, their speed is under control. Okay. Remember this point also. Then note it down. Boron can able to interact with neutrons also here. Neutrons means symbolically we can write as like this. So this is charge. What is the charge of neutrons? 0. What is the mass of neutron? 1 unit. 1 unit. 1 unit. What is the mass of neutron here? 1. What is the charge of neutron? 0. Neutrons are chargeless particles clearly. So this is boron. So mass number of boron is 10 and its atomic number is 5. Okay. This is mass of boron. We call it is mass number. Okay. This is called atomic number. Atomic number. What is the atomic number of boron here? 5. What is the mass number or mass of boron here? 10. Mass number denote with A and atomic number denote with Z. Okay, clear mark to this one. And what is the reaction takes place? This boron and neutron here. This boron gives B11 and 5. Okay. So what about this one? Here this is mass number. Mass number A. What is the atomic number here? 5. There any change in the atomic number? No. This is denoted with Z. So by absorbing the neutrons by the boron here, this boron become as B11 5. Okay. What is the mass number here? That is 11 denotes with A. And what about atomic number? That is clearly 5. This is denoted with J. So what is the difference here? B10 and B11 here. We should need to discuss about that here. So let's see. We have the formula mass number A is equals atomic number Z and we call it is also protons, number of protons, okay, and number of neutrons, that is denotes with N here, number of neutrons. Mass number is equals number of protons and number of neutrons. So let's see in the first case, let's see what is the atomic number here. Atomic number means either it is number of electrons or number of protons, both are same. So how many protons it consists here? 5 here. Why atomic number is 5? Clear? 5. And what about number of neutrons here? Suppose we don't know, taken as X. Suppose N. Now what is mass number? 10 is already mentioned there. So N is equals to how much? 10 minus 5. Clearly 5 here. Am I right? So where N is equals number of neutrons. The 5 is odd number or even number? Odd number. So odd number of neutrons present in B5. Am I right? What about B11? Okay. So mass number A is equals Z plus N. What is the mass number here? 11. What is the Z? 5 here and N. What is N here? 11 minus 5, that is 6 clearly. Number of neutrons 6 is clearly even number or odd number? Even number. So why it is become even number? By absorbing of neutrons. So here it is one constant, already 5 neutrons are there in B10. By absorbing of one more neutrons it becomes B11. So in the B11 how many neutrons are there? 6. Even number of neutrons are possible by absorbing of neutrons. So boron control the neutrons in atomic reactors. Remember this, very important one. Okay. So these are some of the important physical and chemical reactions and the properties of boron. Okay. Already we discussed about hydrates of boron, especially in that diboron, which is electron deficient compound. What type of bonds are possible? Okay. What type of abnormal bonds are there? And BHB bridged bonds and its structure. Okay. So the remaining topic we'll discuss on tomorrow. Okay, students, have a nice day. Thank you very much. Write the notes properly. If there are any doubts, send me through my WhatsApp group. I will explain you. Okay.